What the absolute fuck? How the hell am I going to get to work to this? I'm going to get to work in that. Shit! Okay, thankfully it's raining. It's been raining for a little bit. Please be running, Mr. Bus, because if you aren't running, I'm going to scream. Gladly it's been raining. I came out earlier to come and check if the buses were running, and they weren't at that moment. So it's slowly clearing the snow, which is good. The bus! The freaking bus! Yes! Thank God for that. I apologise about that previous clip. Pajama Girl and Pajama Girl's boyfriend just casually decide to lock themselves in my room, film that clip, move a load of my crap into a load of that stuff up there, into my bed, and then let me back in again shortly after filming that intelligible clip there. That was Pajama Girl's boyfriend. Pajama Girl's boyfriend was sat in the chair. Bit random. Hey, but at least she's figuring out how to operate the camera now. She's coming on leaps and bounds, that girl. So, what's happened today then? I got myself to work relatively fine. It's been, well, yeah, relatively fine. It turns out the buses were running, just casually, but going down that hill was bloody terrifying. And there's one point where I hit the brakes, went over some slush, and just like slid for a bit, and I was like, I'm gonna die. But now I survived. Look at me. But today at work was basically I got to town like an hour earlier than I actually had to be in town for. So I had an hour to kill, so I decided I'd bug Lovely for a bit and give her a phone call and talk to her. I was looking for some wellies, a shop with wellies in. I was like, right, this is going to be, apparently this happens all the time here. When it's cold enough for snow and it decides to rain, it'll snow because we're so high up. We're the highest above sea level university in the whole country. Did you know that? We're the highest there is, and because we're so high up, it'll literally just turn to snow, like instantaneously. So that's a bit awkward. So I think I was going to find some wellies, so that if that happens again I can walk to work instead of getting the bus, because if it's really bad then the bus isn't going to run. But it's gone now. It's gone. Just not a sight. If you looked at it now, you would not go, probably snowed yesterday. No, you wouldn't think that for a second. So, what... yeah, work was relatively okay. I got down there, rang Lovely, blah 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 blah, work was fine. I'm starting to get on with work now. I'm getting on with it. I'm not enjoying it as much as I did back home. I'm not going, oh yeah, work tonight, like I used to do. It's tolerable. I like it. Well, I like it, but I also don't like it. It's, yeah, well. So yeah, I got the bus back because I didn't have my bike and I wasn't going to walk up anytime soon. So got the bus back, came here, cooked myself some din-dins and caught up on video descriptions and things. Hopefully the video description for this video is going to be a lot better than previous ones. Hopefully, he says. I don't know, I haven't uploaded it yet, so I haven't written it yet. Depends how much I've got to say. Caught up on that, cooked myself some din-dins while that was happening. I had myself pie, chips, mush peas and my leftover broccoli from the other day, which was delicious. Suit of life, YOLO. Or YOFO, so to speak, in which case I do need to move one of these mushy and the beans. I need to move these two into the kitchen. Come with me. I had obviously mushy peas and beans. Beans for breakfast, mushy peas for din-dins. Speaking of breakfast this morning, I woke up after my lie-in. I've decided that Sundays I'm going to give myself a lie-in, because on no other day do I ever get the opportunity to sleep in past 7 o'clock. Every day I'm up at 7 o'clock no matter what time I went to bed, usually 2 o'clock. So I decided, right, okay, we can't do this forever in a day because I'm going to die. On a Sunday we're going to have a lie-in. Right, so here's me having a nice little lie-in, wake up in the morning to having a dream that bulldozers are coming through the window, like just, you know, big wrecking ball crane things, just whacking them on walls like that. And I'm like dreaming, I'm like, oh, I don't like it, what the hell's that noise? Wake up, look outside, snowballs being thrown against my window. Thanks for that. But anyway, back to chronological order. After work, got back here, had din-dins, then I went in there and I started programming, because I'm now working my absolute face off. Every piece of work I do now will mean that I can spend more time not doing work when Lovely's here. So I thought, right, okay, let's program. I've got to do everything else out of the way except my coursework, so I'm just going to sit down and I'm going to program my mastermind. And a couple of hours later, probably about 2 hours later, I had a working model. I had a few glitches in and I've now ironed out those glitches. I now have a working game of mastermind that saves your game progress as you're playing along. So it'll go through, saves it, and then loads it from scratch. So if you were playing it and then you went, no, I don't particularly want to play this anymore, quit, you then have the option to reload it again when you restart it. Why, thank you. Because I am an absolute freaking genius, but that's the coursework. Lots of people will be able to do that, but the thing that most people aren't able to do is generate the graphical user interface, which I have generated, and it works like a charm. It doesn't look pretty, it doesn't look amazing, I'm not gonna lie. Freddie, is Will awake? I'm assuming it's nearly 12 o'clock, dude. Are you just sat next to your speakers, just like, he is? Can't fault him though, I like really want to play just like blindingly. Whenever I'm at home and the home's empty, you know what I'm like, I just get the big speakers downstairs, just poof, blow them up to like full blast. Oh, that's what I miss, I think. That's one of the main things I miss from home, is the ability just to whack your volume speakers on massive. I only really do that when no one's in. Just put everything on just max, ultra max, and then just blast out your ears. Good times. So yeah, everyone's got like a relatively working model of Mastermind, but the difference is between their masterminds and my masterminds, and I've obviously closed it, of course, so I'm going to have to reload it again by pressing F5 and then pressing F5. Mine has this beautiful user interface. It allows you to select how many different colours you want in the game, so obviously we're going to want 8. You're going to press done, and then there's a little confirmation box down here. You click that, it reloads the page. You click that, we'll have the code 7 digits long. Yeah, confirm. Human versus computer, that's the one thing I haven't done, and then bang! You change it by clicking on here like this. Press confirm, reloads, and then it says, look, we've got 3 colours correct, and one of them is in the correct position. Confirm, and then this is how you scan it. It turns out there's no reds in there. And it's amazing! And you can literally just do this, and 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 it keeps loading. Oh, turn off the camera. And I'm not going to go into the specifics of how I've done it, but you don't get marks for it being efficient, because we don't know how to make efficient code yet. It is relatively efficient. I say relatively. I didn't realise how it looks fast. I know it's not efficient creating the board, deleting the board, then recreating it again, which is what it's currently doing. It's obviously a lot better to go in and edit it tiny little bits, but the way I've generated it, I don't think it's possible to go in and edit tiny little bits without completely deleting it and starting it all again. But Atlas wins it fine to get like a proper idea as to how much code is being generated. I ported it through Dropbox onto this computer, onto my little laptop here, to see if they wanted to, so that Beth and Pajama Girl and Pajama Girl's boyfriend could like have a little play of the system just to see if they could find any bugs or anything. I haven't programmed the fact that it can like go, it currently only allows you 12. If it says out of 12 goes, it'll let you have infinite goes, which I've got to program that. That's the last thing I need to program before computer versus the computer, which is going to be hard frickin' work. And I don't think I know enough about the game to be able to fully generate that. But yeah, let me just close all this down on here because it's going to start complaining through Dropbox at the different files. And then basically, look, here it is, here it is. The issue here is you can visibly see, on the other one it's not that obvious that it's regenerating the board, but here, look, it closes it, brings up this board, and then prints stuff, and if I can see that in slow-mo, why not? That's what it's doing. Granted, on the Atlas version now, that's an outdated version on there. It doesn't have the text appearing in the box, but the box still appears, and it's there for a very split second. That's 10 times slower. What I just filmed there, that's 10 times normal speed, 240 frames a second. Yeah, that's 10 times slower than normal video. So it's not there for long. And that laptop isn't really brilliant, so I do think I've done pretty damn good. I think I've done a pretty damn good job, to be honest with you. So, since it's just flicked over to midnight, I am going to quickly program. Now I'm on a roll. I've got to change a spelling because I've misspelled position. Control find. Pos spelled wrong. Position spelled wrong. I'm going to quickly program in the thing that stops you having more than 12 goes when you've only got 12 goes, and I am going to comment all of the code so that I know what it all does. I think I've already got to comment a little bits that I've changed. Most of it's all, you get good marks for commenting on the code. yeah, there's little chunks that haven't been programmed that commented, but that won't take long. And then I'm going to treat myself to watch Darren Brown before going to sleep, because I've been dying to watch Darren Brown. And to be fair, I want to play Xbox right now. I'm going to watch Darren Brown before going to bed, because Xbox will keep me awake too long. Darren Brown, I'll be in bed by 40 minutes after I've started watching it, whereas Xbox, it could be less than that, but it's most probably just going to get addicted and then have to get to a certain point and then stop, as opposed to stopping halfway through something. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to see you tomorrow. Tomorrow, I only have one lecture tomorrow, 1 hour's worth of lecture, but I still have work, so I'm going to be programming the balls off this. Oh no, I've got to be writing up some of my coursework so I can hand it in. Just write it up in neat, really, and then hand it in. So yeah, I'm going to get going. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you later.